Georgian winters are characterized by two main attractions: serene cities and breathtakingly beautiful snowy scenery. It is possible to catch the ski season if you time it well. The atmosphere is enhanced by the January Orthodox holiday customs. Throughout the winter, Tbilisi stays temperate, but the surrounding areas experience varying degrees of frost to solid freezing, presenting a variety of breathtaking winter scenes like snow-capped mountains, frozen lakes, sugar-dusted villages, and more. Winter, December to February, is therefore a good time to schedule a city excursion or mountain getaway. Even though it's not the ideal season to visit Georgia for activities like hiking, wine tasting, or wildflowers. When designing an itinerary for a winter trip to Georgia, there are a few pragmatic factors to take into account, some of which I address below. I'll include 10 fantastic winter travel destinations in Georgia in this guide, along with some advice on how to make the most of your trip. Why travel to Georgia during the winter? Let's start with the obvious. Wintertime temperatures nationwide are significantly lower, and many regions experience very dry winters. In Tbilisi and Kutaisi in particular, winter is a far more comfortable time of year to be outside than the oppressively hot summer months. For the majority of the nation, winter is the off-season, thus lodging costs are lower and traffic is less congested. Wintertime brings good discounts at some of the greatest hotels in the nation. The only exception are the ski resorts, where costs increase, particularly in Bakaro and Budori. Actually, what really distinguishes Georgia in the wintertime is the Caucasus Mountains. Unforgettable views include scenes of snow-capped peaks, tiny towns with smoke rising from chimneys, and Svaneti's tower homes covered in powder. Tbilisi experiences 2 or 3 snowfall days every year, usually at the end of winter or the beginning of spring. It's a dice throw, so don't expect to see snow in the capital. If it happens, it will be gone by evening. It is rare to see snow on the Black Sea coast, but it does occasionally fall in Botomy. You'll need to ascend higher if you want snow on a regular basis. Snowfall occurs in Mesja, Racha, Kazbegi, and Upper Ajara, all close to Botomy, starting in December. In Budori and Svaneti this year, 2023, the snow arrived early, and November in Kutaisi was exceptionally cold and wet. The formal opening dates for each ski resort are dependent on the weather, although the ski season typically lasts from early to mid-December through April. In conclusion, if viewing snow in Georgia is your top priority, your best chance is to travel to the mountain regions in January and March, when the most snowfall occurs. Although all of these locations are fantastic places to visit in Georgia throughout the year, I believe that winter is when they are most stunning. Number 1. Scenic Drives and Mountain Magic in Kazbegi. Kazbegi, Stepensminda, is the ideal site to see the Greater Caucasus without going too far from Tbilisi. It takes less than 4 hours by vehicle. The picturesque Georgian military highway is accessible all winter long, making it simple to go to Kazbegi and stop at a number of amazing winter destinations along the way, such as Budori, Pasanori, and Snow Village. In the winter, the views from this route are breathtaking. I defy you to fight the impulse to roll down the window whenever you see something. Because of its ski slopes, Budori, which is nearby, receives the majority of winter visitors. In comparison, Kazbegi is significantly more serene and calmer. You can usually find something open during the winter months, even though some cafes and restaurants close. Go up to Georgity Trinity Church and enjoy a drink of sparkling wine on the room's terrace in the afternoon. Number 2. Chalets and skiing in Budori. Budori, the most well-liked winter resort in Georgia and a major tourist destination, is an obvious addition to any list of locations to visit in the winter. Starting in mid-December, there are 64 km of runs for skiing, snowboarding, and heli skiing, served by 15 lifts and gondolas. Make the most of your skiing experience by booking a luxurious ski and chalet. If not, it's preferable to stop for an hour in Budori on the way up to Kazbegi, where the winter atmosphere is cozier and lodging is significantly more affordable. Number 3. Winter hikes, skiing, and hot springs in Borjomi and Bakaro. Borjomi is one of several locations in Georgia with naturally occurring hot sulfur springs. It is situated in the Samsk-Jadaketi area of southern Georgia. Wintertime is the ideal time to visit the outdoor thermal spas. After Budori, Bakaro is the second most popular ski resort in Georgia. This place is a snow bunny's dream come true with 20 ski lifts and 29 kilometers of slopes that vary in difficulty. The altitudes vary between 1,600 and 2,700 meters above sea level. Mid-December is often when ski season begins. Bakaro is located in the Lesser Caucasus mountain foothills on the northern slopes of the Chalet Range. The location is a winter wonderland of ivory-colored trees and hoary hills, as one might expect. There are also fantastic snowshoeing options in the slopes surrounding Bakaro. Along the Kukushka train line, this winter trekking adventure brings you to various interesting locations, such as an abandoned sanatorium and a classic Greek town. Later on in the winter, I'll give it a go. Number 4. Tower houses and majestic peaks in Svaneti. Svaneti is the best place to experience a true Georgian mountain winter, rough and rocky. On Georgia's highest mountain, winter arrives early and brings with it the promise of 3 months of picture-perfect, snow-covered scenery. Svaneti offers a wide variety of winter activities. You may enjoy a variety of cultural and historical activities in Majestic town, go skiing or snowboarding at Hats Valley, and take a side excursion to view the tower homes in UNESCO-listed Ushkilai, accessible throughout winter. Go with a local driver who understands the roads. Finally, Svanetian beef pie, or kabdari, may be the ultimate winter meal. With Mount Elbrus and Kar serving as snow-clad sentinels, the most majestic mountains in the nation provide a background for the entire event. As early as the end of September, snow can be seen on the highest summits. Number 5. Alpine air and cat skiing in Bakaro. Bakaro is a well-liked mountain resort in the Giria region of western Georgia that is well known for its healing air. People with respiratory problems are frequently advised to visit Bakaro, since some claim that the air there is the purest in Georgia. The best season to visit for breathtaking sunsets is in the summer. To put it mildly, the air is a little bit colder in the winter. Nestled between pockets of fir and pine tree forest, the picture-perfect A-frame houses dotting the mountain are laboring beneath a thick layer of snow that can reach up to 5 meters in a good year. Number 6. Calm and serene landscapes in Lagoduk. Lagoki National Park is a hiker's haven in the summer, but it has an entirely different vibe in the winter. Located near the border with Azerbaijan, this small area of moist and warm forest in parched Kakheti is home to silvery rivers and expansive white pastures throughout the winter months. Sheep flood through the terrain during this time of year, as herders bring their herds down to pasture in Lagoki and Vashlavani in winter, seeking refuge from the severe winter conditions in the Teshti Highlands. Number 7. Frozen lakes and snow-capped volcanoes in Javiketi. Known as the Georgian Arctic, due to its protracted and severe winters, this place is reserved for the brave. Javiketi is quite cold and harsh. You'll need appropriate clothing, snow tires, and a lot of grit. But for those with the courage, it's one of Georgia's most unique vistas and a sight to behold in the winter. The Javiketi Plateau, which is characterized by deep canyons, huge plains, and a few tiny lakes that like jewels, is located in the southern section of the country, near the borders with Armenia and Turkey. In little settlements, houses cluster close as though to share heat. Some are even buried under turf roofs to trap all of the Earth's heat. There are other vibrant, nearly Nordic-style communities beside the lake. As Lakes Paravani, Sakamo, and Bugdashini freeze over, roosting birds migrate to warmer pastures. Every tree begins to fill with ice crystals, while the nearby meadows turn into deep snowy fields and the distant, dozing volcanoes begin to accumulate powder on their summits. Bardzia Cave City, which is also in this area, has an entirely different look in the winter when snow accumulates in its jagged granite cloisters. Number 8. A fairytale landscape of frosty trees, Forest Savagery. Savagery Forest, the ultimate winter playground and the perfect spot for pictures of kids playing on snow-glazed walkways among powder-puffed trees, is only an hour's drive from Tbilisi. Discover a peaceful area by the road that meanders around Tbilisi National Park and venture into a wintry haven. Sioni Lake, reflected in the frozen greenery, is a picture-perfect site 30 minutes farther up the road. Situated deep among the forest, the Markopi Monastery is a perfect winter day trip destination from Tbilisi. Make reservations for a guided day trip to Savagery, Sioni, and the adjacent Chronicles of Georgian Monument, or for a day trip to the ski resorts of Savagiri and Budori for a true winter delight. Savagiri is also a great place to observe the leaves turn flaming in the fall. If you found this video informative and helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel, and sharing it with your friends. Your support means the world to us.